Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Red Raptor Writes. In this episode, we are back, returning to Prehistoric Kingdom, because there's a lot of exciting stuff happening around here. We've had juveniles before, but you had to make them in the hatchery, or nursery. I'm like Prehistoric Kingdom, not a Jurassic Park game. So you made them in the nursery, but they would come out as juveniles. There was no breeding. But now, with, what is it, update 15? I believe it's update 15. They're introducing breeding between males and females, and a lot of new mechanics about maturing and fertility. And also, we're getting some new additions like the Gallimimus and Oviraptor, though I didn't check that I had access to them. I'm pretty sure they're in here. This is an early build that we have access to of update 15, which comes out later in August. Right now, we have some humble beginnings for our zoo. I've just been making an entrance. I made a parking lot off screen. I kind of just rushed that, though I showed a little bit of it. I didn't add the handicap spaces. You can see, at least in the United States or New York, we have blue to signal that those are for handicap, and I guess pregnant women, so that they don't, have to walk so far to get to the entrance. Yeah, I'm not going crazy right now because, I do realize eventually that my money is severely limited in this. So as much as I would love a grand entrance and to make it so cool and cinematic, no, that's not happening because I'm going to run out of money. And throughout this whole opening first video, I'm like on the cusp of bankruptcy, desperately trying to stay afloat. But yeah, just even though I don't want something too fancy, I still want it like a park zoo entrance. And this is what we're making, but nothing fancy. Just I'm gonna clone this building. We're gonna have two buildings where, I don't know, you buy tickets or something, guest passes, subscribe to our membership so you can keep coming for a cheaper price. I don't know, something like that. Nothing too crazy. But we're going to start with an Asian habitat area, because I like my zoos nice and organized, and zoos are in real life like this too, where they're organized between different regions. And I guess in this game you can do different time periods, or different types of animals. I can get a cat section, a bear section, whatever, something like that. Reptile houses, of course, are an example. So yeah, I'm going to start off with an Asian section, and I made sure to have two Asian starter animals. We have Psittacosaurus and Juxia. We're going to do Juxia today after I finish making the entrance area, which was a little bit annoying because there's no like flip button. I couldn't just flip the whole thing horizontally. I mean, maybe you can. Maybe you could stretch it, like shrink it to the point where it's a nub, and then it goes backwards, and then that counts as a flip. I haven't tested that. I haven't tried that. But it might work. Who knows? Yeah, so I just, changed the door and moved stuff around in the second part. Yeah, so for this entrance, it's not a grand area. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to, have a nice path going forward, and it's gonna shoot off to the side. I was going to make a big something like Jurassic Park sign, but instead I think I'll call this the Extinction Expedition or Extinction Exhibition. Probably Exhibition, because that just fits, being a zoo. But as a reference to my never getting off the ground game in Little Big Planet, the Extinction Expedition, my Patreon subscribers saw me build a few levels of that, but yeah, it never went anywhere, considering that the LBP server is all shut down and there's no possible way to play online. Yeah, it's sad. There are fan servers, but they're small, and they're never mind. You need to jailbreak your PS3 for that. I'm not doing that, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I see that we're setting up here, and we are getting Juxia. And we'll talk more about Juxia once finish with the montage here, and then we go back to normal speed. I'm cutting it to the future, and then we'll talk about it. But I also did have to add Psittacosaurus because I was running out of money. So I just invested in another animal so I can make more money. Yeah, so what they like is a nice lush habitat, which makes sense. They lived in China. Okay, I guess we're talking about Juxia now. Anyway, they lived in China during the late Eocene. This was about 56 to 34 million years ago. And so, in the later end, in the 30s, millions of years ago, I couldn't find an exact number for when this thing was around. But yeah, and in that time, China was very lush, tropical. It was a good time to be alive, and they certainly were enjoying it. Now, I'm making a bare bones enclosure. It's nothing special, nothing fancy, because when I was trying to make that sign, that entrance sign, that's when I probably realized, oh my god, I have like no money left. And the bills add up. It's not expensive to make a habitat, like the fences aren't that much, and the terrain and forest, it's not that much, but oh goodness, it adds up. So yeah, I just kept it open, kept the game running, so I can just make money, or at least negate my losses while I do this. And we do get some paleo trees, and I started out with some paleo plants, paleofauna, which was a nice addition, and it makes the exhibits look unique. It's not like I'm stepping outside, it's like I'm stepping back in time, so to speak. Though I did not check if I was specifically choosing ones from the Cenozoic. I might have put some Mesozoic plants in there by accident. Yeah, I'll get back to that. I was a little bit annoyed because the Juxia find like what's it, coniferous, I think they call it coastal. Yeah, they call it coastal in this game. There are some coastal plants or coastal terrain in their exhibit, and like you can't single out like what biome of plants you're deleting. So I don't know where they are or like where it is. There's an option to delete the coastal plants, but it wasn't working. So I was just like, I just kind of gave up. Yeah, and we're just gonna ignore that. A nice thing that they added was loans, so I'm taking out loans to get my park up and running, so I can at least make some sort of profit. Like once I can start making profit, then I don't have to worry about it too much. I just need to kind of leave the game alone and stop spending all my money. But it takes a while to make a profit because you have to import plants to feed them. You have to pay the workers. You have to hire staff for the shops too, and all that stuff. Also, in a weird turn of events, I couldn't find where the trash cans and benches were. Like, they did change the UI and they changed where stuff was, and yeah, that was a bit annoying. But anyway, yeah. So you see, I'm preparing their enclosure here, and I wanted to make the terrain like terrace. Cause a problem with my zoos and my parks, and I do this in my city builder, city skylines too, is I just keep it flat so it's easy to build on. But it's really the challenge and the terrain that makes each place look unique. Alright, so this enclosure is just about done. Let's jump to the present here. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Juxia exhibit. Where are these guys? There you are. Oh, look at that nice little Juxia. So yeah, I just finished recording the time lapse, and now here we are. Cute little guys. A nice starter animal. Oh, they're just chilling, roaming around their enclosure. Not doing too much. Okay, you're clipping to yourself. That needs a bit of work. Oh, it's still in early access. This is not the finished product, of course. Hopefully they fix some of the stuff. Oh, I like the little noises. They made cute little noises for the juvenile animals, so they sound different than the adults, of course. And they have different models too. If you're not familiar, they gradually grow into adults over time. So as we speak, this Juxia is growing. Oh, hi, zookeeper. And you clipped. All right, that's nice. Yeah, as we speak, she's growing. They're all female because I have not unlocked the Y chromosome yet. And you're bugging out a little bit. Can you drink? There you go. There you go. Right. And okay, there's a Psittacosaurus. Please ignore the Psittacosaurus. Yes, please drink also. There you go. Good luck. Good job. Yes, everyone, take care of yourselves. Right, they're chilling. They're having a good time. So this Juxia is Perissodactyl, right? These are odd-toed ungulates. I got those confused with the artiodactyls, the even ungulates. So this is related to things like the horse, the rhinoceros, actually in the same superfamily as rhinoceroses. So it's a rhino relative. This is a Paraceratherid, which means it's a close relative of the much larger Paraceratherium, which is among the largest mammals to have ever walked the earth. I said like one of the largest mammals ever, and then people in the comments got mad at me because whales are mammals. Largest mammal, well, not the largest. I think a species of Paleoloxodon still has that title, but alright, we're not talking about you, Juxia. Now we're talking about your larger relative. But Juxia itself is a pretty small, more basal Paraceratherid. So Paraceratherium and its relatives evolved from creatures that looked similar to this. A more grown Juxia. Oh, like this one. This one's not that young. Age, you're only about 6 months. You're only about 50% mature. See, it's ticking up slowly. Yeah, and what this game does... Sorry, Juxia, I'm going to cut away from you. Let's go to the hatchery. Nursery, yes, it's nursery. Let's just go to Coelophysis or whatever. Ugh, Coelophysis, you are beautiful. And yes, I will definitely include Coelophysis in this zoo at some point, but you're not Asian, so you're going to miss the equation. So, oh my god, I love these skins. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Oh, I love it. They're amazing. Anyway, so, yeah, we see there's the base rating, 280, okay, whatever, and fertility. So, yes, you can just spam fully grown dinosaurs or, other prehistoric creatures, but then if you do that, it really hurts their fertility. Like you see, it's only at 32%. The growth speed is normal. If you go fast, it gets even lower, which I don't know why you would have fast growth speed on an already fully mature creature, but you're just ruining the fertility at that point, but whatever. But like, let's say you move the growth speed down to realistic, so it grows very slowly. The fertility jumps all the way up to 65%. And if you start with the younger animal, the fertility also jumps up. Now it's at 98. But you suffer the consequence of its rating is lower. But as it ages, it might be more popular in the zoo if it's like... I think something born here becomes more popular, but this isn't born in the zoo. It's just made still. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's so beautiful. They start out with feathers and then lose them over time. Interesting idea. Just a hypothesis that's out there. Not a risk and reward, but there's a give and take here. Like, yes, you can get more popular, larger creatures, but their fertility takes a hit and you can't breed them really. Or you can grow them quickly, but also, yeah, their fertility takes a hit. So it's a good system of give and take back and forth. And it really encourages you to grow these animals, not just to make them fully grown. So there's a lot of incentive there. Yeah, so we're going to go Psittacosaurus. It's just Psittacosaurus species. Does this species not have a name? Oh well. Alright. Anyway. Alright, so yeah, this is what's being added in Update 15. I just have like early access to this thing. Okay, and look at that. Look, you can see him right from here. Actually, I did want to edit the fence. Now, one problem that I've been having is that when the Juxia move to the back, then all the guests start to leave, and then my money plummets. So, that kind of sucks. Yeah, they're all in the back for some reason. I put the food up here, and now the guests are leaving, and I start losing money. But right now I'm still in the green. Still making that bank. I'm in the black. Which is why it's good to have more than one enclosure so they have something else to see. That's why I threw in Psittacosaurus here, because you know, when the Juxia are gone, they still wanna look at something. I should probably add like an elevated area here, and I don't know, I might add an elevated area that goes around. That could be cool. Yeah, it could be cool. Alright. Anyway. So, oh yes. Let's look up. I want to have like a nice water feature, a cool lake when you enter. The terrain is kind of getting a little crazy over there. It doesn't know what it wants to do or wants to be. It's a little wonky and distracting, but I think I can get over it with enough therapy. Let's sorry, no, that's not it. You have to remove water. There you go. There you go. That's it. It looks a little less wonky. And it feeds into the lake. I could have a cool statue here. A nice, I don't know, waterfront walkway, some stuff. I never finished the parking lot. Yeah, that was just taking too much time. That's when I realized that, oh yeah, I'm running out of money. I'm horribly broke. So let's just look at income and net profit. Ooh, I think that's when the Juxia have walked away. Or maybe because it's still August, so I'll be making more money over the course of this month. It just hasn't come in yet. Alright, as long as I'm still making money, I'm okay. But I have to keep a close eye on that, because that can get very dangerous very quickly. I'm only at $10,000. That's about as much as I spent as on the Psittacosauruses. Okay, I'm trying to pretend that they don't exist. You're gonna see them next episode. They'll be happier than this. This Juxia, you are growing up, and you are sexually active right now. Oh, wait. Let's see. Your maturity is at 55.9. No mutations. Okay, no, you are not sexually mature yet. Okay, good to know. So, you know, different animals will have different breeding seasons, and apparently for this, it's July, August, and September, which is right now. Okay, so in real life, it should be in heat, but you are too young, so do not do that. Do not. You are too young for OnlyFans. Stop it. Actually, stop making OnlyFans, please, everyone. And how about you? You are okay. Technically, you're older, but you're less mature because you're slow. Oh yeah, I slowed it for one of them. And yeah, you see the coastal. I can't just remove it. Oh, God. Okay. Anyway, let's get out of here. So, this is a good start, but a lot of you at home know that I have retired on paper. Officially, I'm retired. This one is totally, like, I made it at the youngest. Its growth is as slow as possible, so it has the highest fertility when it gets older. But yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so technically I'm retired. I'm not making as much content as I used to. I really just can't right now. I'm continuing my master's because I need my master's to continue teaching. I have like 2 more years in my window to get a master's, so I really need to finish that. Of course, I have the baby, you know, and on top of my full-time job and family, friend obligations, it stacks up really quickly. So yes, of course I am retired. So I'm not sure how quickly I can pop these out. It's still my summer vacation, so I can probably get out a part 2 and 3. And I really still need to finish that Jurassic World Evolution final episode, but I've just never gotten around to it. And my friend's been asking for a 3rd Delphius Hills Ghoul video, and I might have to do that too. But yeah, okay, I'll record the Psittacosaurus part as soon as I'm done with this. Leave name suggestions in the comments below, but you're not going to see it in episode 2. You'll probably see that in episode 3. Yeah, name. I have 3 female Juxia. And if you want to leave a few female Psittacosaurus names already, I'll give you a head start. that's fine by me. Okay, guys, remember, if you enjoyed this video, to please leave a like, subscribe, and to check out my social media. See you next time.